Yeah. This is the vents and workshop hold. As to start off, you don't even have to fully open this hatch, so you don't have to worry about people dropping it, but you should make at least like a little bit of holes so someone has the potential to come over here and help hold this window for the jump in. You'll have someone playing in here. I guess I don't know who would go where, but the operators you want is wall denial, a tuber or an oryx, which I'll go over later. Some sort of ACOG could be your tuber again. That might be nice. A mute for sure, and a smoke would be nice. A mute smoke, or like if smoke's banned, you get your Tachanka, you get your Goyo. So you have your people that stall for time. You have your wall denial. You're gonna have someone stall for time in customs, and you're gonna have 2 people stall for time up top. So Legion is low-key good for this bomb site. This area is pretty easy to hold, so you could have a Legion play here. You get Legions on this window. You get Legions on your vent window for if they jump in and try and do that. And then you can also get Legions for your supply room jump in. Just all like the windows around this first floor that you're worried about them jumping on. A Legion would be perfect for that. Pretty easy, straightforward. You could have your Legion play here just to keep that contested. And then I'd have like a smoke or a DMR, someone with an ACOG playing here. The reason is you want to keep them from planting by the window or like behind the desk or something. And you can get some crazy angles with the DMR here, or you can open up top with your shotgun and get some smokes through and smoke them out. Again, you do not want to play in here. This is complete suicide. I mean, you have someone cutting off this right here. You have someone cutting off this right here. You would be stuck like here or here, and that is just no mobility for you to go anywhere or do anything. So basically this you should not be playing. So you'll have 1 in charge of this server area, 1 in charge of bathroom. You're gonna have, I would recommend an Oryx over here to stall times in custom with the support of like a mute jammer or something. Your backup is a tuber out because the DMR is nice, and you can low-key just stall for time. You can use all 3 tubes on this wall if you know they're pushing you, just to keep them from pushing customs that fast. You can stall for 30-ish seconds with a tuber. I think they're around 10 seconds each, so I stall for some time doing that. Your goal is fight no one here. This wall over here is to make sure they don't just walk in and kill you. It's to help a little bit. You have like, you can walk through this door with that being soft. It doesn't matter at all. You just got to be careful of it. If you're tuber out or an Oryx, you have something to make these holes here to help your people upstairs. You can keep them from jumping in up there. And then Oryx, to get out, you could low-key go up the hatches and then go anywhere with Oryx. So that is why I recommend Oryx, and tuber as the backup, obviously, to get the wall. If they're not, I would start with an Oryx, and they're like, okay, they're pressing customs heavy, we lose the round. I would come back with the tube and just try and stall for time, and then just run back here to give it up. And then you could low-key be the DMR player. You could help your smoke out. You could have the smoke and a DMR on site. You're going to have a Legion in bathrooms, and then upstairs, probably going to have your mute playing upstairs. You're going to have this same rotate here. You're going to have the same footholds. This is double reinforced, though, because you're not aggressively trying to keep people out of a security room. It's not like a big deal if they get control of that. It has very little to do with holding A and B. You just want to make your presence known. Someone's going to start playing there and then kind of just fall off and give it up. So you're kind of just there to help them out, to make sure they don't just get singled off from every angle and they're like isolated by themselves. That's pretty much the only reason you have that. I guess I should go explain this role. This, pretty much the exact same as upstairs, except for you can give it up like way easier. You're not trying to fight this too hard. They kind of just want to send the drones at you, shoot the drones, and then you can give up and go fountain. And then from there, you can just show in archives, help your person hold the upstairs. Another thing, once you back up, I guess you could back up to help come over and help hold the window jump in. Or you could, I would keep these hatches soft, but make sure for both your people that you have something that you can open it. So if you need to get out, you can just drop and get out of there. But if you get picked up top, I would say you want to have the hatches at least soft so you can kind of play a little more aggressively, and then it's like the hatch is open, you're like, okay, now I need to back up. Just a little thing you can do to stall for time. So basically it's custom stall for time, your security backs up to fountain side and archives to stall for time, and then eventually I guess they stall for time in security, they back up to archives. You'll have the army player this whole round ideally, hopefully they do not get picked. If you want to play aggressive, I won't have it to start, but if you hear them like pushing this side of the map, I'd make these to contest a walk in here and just have your security player back up and play this, so you have something going over here, and you can play off each other. Yeah, so I guess it's 2 upstairs, and then you're gonna have the 3 downstairs. 1 playing in bathrooms, 1 playing workshop, and then your customs guys. If your custom guy is your Oryx and they're giving it up, you have to make sure that if you're gonna go up the hatch, that they do not have control of that upstairs yet. Which it shouldn't be too much of an issue, because if they're pressuring you fast, it probably means they don't have a lot of people to take control of this upstairs, so you should be able to just kind of get away. And then keep this so they don't just walk in, but I'm gonna get rid of it just for this. Once you stall for customs, in your Oryx, you are free to stall for way more time, just like getting shots from here, trying to tap some toes, make them worry about the vert. You have this to watch the jump in from up top, but if they're just pressuring it, you can now watch both the window and the door from up here. So if you just get out, go up the hatch and watch that, you can bait people into free kills. Oryx, it's underrated, I would say here. And then you would have your 3 up top, and you can kind of help around up top or go where is needed. You shouldn't need more than 2 upstairs. You also, once you stall for time, shouldn't need more than 2 downstairs. So this is a pretty straightforward setup. Pretty easy to understand what you're doing. I guess one more time to quickly go over it. Person starts here, backs up to archives, holds archives for the round. Army player holds army for the round. Bathroom player plays bathroom for the round. Unless they're going for an execute on this side of the map, then you can come over and try and throw your legions. You'll probably be a legion. For that, you'll have a smoke in A, trying to get smokes onto site. I would probably open up the top here, so you can throw your smokes better if you are the smoke player, or you could have your DMR as a backup to smoke, so you can hold the long angles to the default. Might be a little, like, can plant behind it, so I wouldn't recommend a DMR to start, just a backup option. Tachanka, also a good backup option, because again, you can get your flames up and over. And then you also have your LMG, which kind of just rips through people even at a range. So you're gonna have your Legion for sure. I doubt Legion will be banned. You're gonna have Oryx or Tube in customs. You're gonna have your DMR or someone that can stall the plant in server. You're gonna have your Mute playing upstairs, probably holding armory, just because you can make this. You have the shotgun to drop the hatch, and you can use one of your Mute jammers for this wall so they don't pressure you, and if they come to the door, obviously you have the shotgun for the door to help. So just a lot of versatility from having your Mute upstairs. And then your last person is going to be your person that you start in security. Low key, this could be kind of whoever you want. I would do maybe a Fenrir, get some Fenrirs to keep them from walking on you. Maybe a Thorn. Deployable might be nice down below because, again, the whole wall's open. So if you bring a Thorn with a deployable, you can help your team out with that a little bit. Give them something more to play with. I would maybe push it up like right here. So if they're pushing for like a retake or something, they have something for the door and they can cross a little easier. Play this. If you open, these head holes and right here, you can get a nice angle onto the door. Or a retake. So maybe a Thorn for that because of that, but any like trap op or anyone that you can stall for time, a Vigil because they are going to be droning you, or like a Solus because they're going to be droning you up here, or if they drone you up here, is big. A Solus, you could see where drones are coming from and try and figure out the push really early in the round, so that could be nice. But you have a lot of options on all the roles. Border is more of how you position yourself to hold it than it is the operators you go, I think is what you'll find out. Wall denial And being able to open walls is everything on Border because of how spread out everyone is and how line of sight and refrags and playing off each other it is. So that is the server and vents or workshop and vents defense in a nutshell. This one's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. A lot of easy positions on this actually, because you have one person kind of sitting bathroom, person kind of sits workshop, one person kind of sits in armory the whole round, and then obviously you have your custom and your security people that just kind of back up right away. They don't really take gunfights or anything, and they just fall off and then just play safe. So that's how you defend it. Pretty straightforward. That's it.